Hello, ho, ho there, Sean to the Xmas guy here. It is stream time! So I'm just going to turn that down just a little bit more. So, I'm fashionably late. I did say I was going to be. So, yeah. I have no excuse. I got sidetracked with like a few things. But look at that. There is 6 days, almost 6.5 days to Christmas. Might as well say 7 because, you know, for a lot of people, it is pretty much 7. But anyway. Probably Christmas Eve I'll be doing like an entire day stream with breaks, of course. I do have a couple of things that I'll need to do, but yeah, mostly just gonna be a day where we just do fun things, I guess. Anyway. But I know that was okay, fine. It's probably better if I let it play out. I just realized how long like left of the song there was, so okay. Also, after Christmas, I'll be playing some Switch 2 games. Yeah. Not playing them yet because, I mean, I bought myself some Christmas. Yes, I bought myself some Christmas presents, and they are 2 Switch 2 games. So, you know, better late than never. Like I found them at a good price, and I was like, well, yeah, I'll get them. Rather than pay $109 for them, which is what they normally are. I got them for $89 each at the very least. So $20 difference, which, you know, does make a difference. Anyway. Oh, shit, this is still up. I don't think I'll need to capture the main screen. But yes, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy. Been wanting to play this for a while. And I wanted to start it at some point. You know, and I just thought, well, fuck it. Let's do it as a Christmas gift. It is very visual novel-like. That's the one thing about it. Definitely very much visual novel elements, but also puzzle and, you know, working out things for yourself. You know, it's not too hard, but there are moments where like within the trials where I might derp on things. So there's that. Alrighty. Gallery. I'm just going to see the settings. Yeah, we'll make it low. Okay, very good. Change the story mode where everything, including solving cases, will proceed automatically. Wow. Yeah, that's basically just visual novel mode at that point. Which is not the point of this. I'm probably going to be voicing a lot of... Well, not probably, but I'm definitely going to be voicing a lot of characters. So I have to think about what voices I want to give certain characters. It's been a long time since I last played this. I played this on the 3DS, actually. That was the first time I actually ever played the series. And of all the games I played first, it was, wasn't this. It wasn't the Trilogy. I played that after, and I'm just trying to think what it's called again. I think it's called Dual Destinies, I think. But, yeah. But this is, like, a series I fondly remember. I remember enjoying it, enjoying the story, so... Yeah, I'd like to play through the entire franchise. Slowly, you know. Who let me pass law school? You. I'm gonna blame it on you. You're taking the fall for this one. Shit. Okay. Yep, Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations. Episode selection. Yeah. So let's go. Let's do this. I was also thinking of playing this on the Switch, but I thought, well, I own this on PC, so fuck it, you know? The first turnabout. Oh. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. And we are in the glorious United States of America, by the way. We are in the glorious American justice system. And I'll be enjoying my hamburgers and driving on the right side of the road. And what other American things can I think of? Guns, yes. Yes, guns. Is that purple guy? Yeah, it can be anything you want, sweetie. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it. I'm glad I made it on... Fucking hell. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a... Fucking hell, what is wrong with me? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything is over! Is that your client, screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair! Oh, I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick? Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Simple? What the fuck? My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That I owe him one. Which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. I've also watched the Japanese live-action movie. Like, that was a really good movie. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Can't believe Kara made Larry do it. You know, I don't doubt there's, like, fan games that have used FNAF and Undertale in some way to make, like, a Ace Attorney like situation. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's no fan games doing that, but, you know. Oh, and years ago, I watched, like, a My Little Pony version of Ace Attorney. It was really good, I remember, too. But, you know, I was also a brony back then. Maybe, you know, maybe it's not that good now if I were to watch it again. But it was fun at the time. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright? What, maybe we should make him sound like Mr. Krabs. This is your first trial, is it not? I don't know if it's gonna work. Make him sound like fucking Mr. Krabs. Oh, fuck. Shall I go with like a, you know, this is your first trial, is it not? Or, this is your first trial, is it not? What should I go with? I don't know. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna settle on Mr. Krabs for a little bit. You vote Krabs. That's Krabs with a K, you barnacle head. Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Head shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Oh, and I think I can save, can't I? Yeah. I can choose wrong answers here, but I don't think it really amounts to anything other than just wasting time. But sometimes if you choose wrong answers, they can end up funny, but also, dumb. I think I already said this, but the defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew. I know this one. Glad I read the case. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's. Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, you are Phoenix, are you absolutely Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim, of course. I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Yep. Cindy's autopsy report. Cindy Stone, the victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Winston Payne, the prosecutor for this case, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. The defendant in this case, a likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. And I should probably have read. Chief attorney at Fay & Co., my boss and a very good defense attorney. Stop looking at her big bahonkadoos and focus on the trial. I'm sorry, alright? It's just... she's a mature woman. And we all appreciate mature women. Is Cindy autopsy? Cindy's autopsy report. No. I mean, obviously Cindy Stone, but be funny if it's like that was an option. Cindy autopsy report. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy Block. Mia Fey. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. Poisoned, strangled. We can select all these, but I'm gonna play it seriously, or at least try to. She was struck once with a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Yiggy Wait, I mean, objection! Which, by the way, I found that's what they say in Japanese. Igiyari. So, yeah. Igiyari! Anyway, there's something about this franchise, no matter what, you'll never take it seriously. I mean, you know, it is trying to purport that it's taking place in America, yet the court system seems to be very Japanese. Anyway, statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Yep. Use tab to check it. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. How about we call it the United States of Nipponica? And we all live in San Fran, Tokyo. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. I mean, I gotta give him like a... I feel like giving him, like, Italian-American. Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. That's a fucking United States of America passport. Yes. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Your Honor, my client here is too cringe to have Riz. As such, he had no girlfriend to murder.
Wow, fucking burn. Just fucking burn. Not enough Riz? That's, you know, it's suicide this day and age. That's, dating suicide. Passport added to the court record. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30. I have to... My brain has to go, wait, it's just July. July 30, the day before the murder. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I didn't, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order? Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the body. The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sewitt to the stand. Frank saw it. Okay. Frank Sawitt to the stand. Mr. Sawitt, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is that correct? Is this correct? No, oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sewitt, Mr. Sawitt, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Here we go, witness testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. I don't think he's going to say anymore because that's him done. So if write anything complex like an ooh, he ascends or he descends. One of the two. Sometimes he even goes sideways, which I believe is what would be, you know, going from the side? You know how, like, going up, ascending, going down is descending? He does that. Okay? Sometimes he just does that. He moves. Was it Matthew Lillard? I thought that was a joke. Is Matthew Lillard fucking in Five Nights at Freddy's the movie 2? The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 well, hang on. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I guess that's what it's called. But anyway. Paw Willie. Willy's Wonderland. In both FNAF movies. Okay. I did not know that. I still haven't watched the first one, so, you know. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit, fucking hell, how am I meant to fucking... Mr. Sawit, I think Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Yep. No, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yes, Your Honor. Yes? Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right, right. All right, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I meant to do? What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. And I can press him. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know, he just seems strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next? I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him.
Objection, no one reads newspapers anymore.
Well, you have to put this into context. This came out in what, 2006, 2007? Actually, I think either 2004, 2005. This was a DS game, by the way. I own the original on DS as well. Anyway. Anyway, press. Half open, you say? Yes, yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. It kind of looks like the Happy Masks salesman. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought. I see. So what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. I believe I can still press them. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? So you looked into the apartment. What happened next? Especially with how he rubs his hands. Yeah, I think that's part of it. The fact that he's smiling and, you know, closed eyes. But hang on. Maybe I can... No, that's alright. I won't bother with that. Anyway, then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. Dude fell off after his mask business went on. Yeah, I mean, he just started selling newspapers. The mask business went down, and then newspapers. I mean, to realize that a couple of years later, people aren't reading newspapers anymore. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. I'm not gonna press them for everything. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. It was 1 p.m. And this is the, yeah. "1 p.m.? Are you certain?" Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? 1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Yep. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure? You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Your Honor, I didn't commit the murder at 1 p.m.
Yeah, that would have been funny to say. Oh, that! Oh!
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. You're still not adjusted to the time zone difference from Terminator to Jap America. I mean, yeah. I mean, look, 3 hours is an entire cycle. I mean, you know, if you play the song of God damn it, inverted Song of Time. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, he may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television.
The witness has testified he heard the time.
The blackout record.
Objection!
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer you to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. You realize now, remember what the smoking gun in this trial is? The guy has shit hearing, apparently. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock.
A table clock?
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? A table clock. Was there a clock at the scene?
This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Didn't you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Objection! Wait just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Fucking. At some point, and I played it I think in 2020. Resident Evil, the original. At some point, I want to play the director's cut, just so we can hear the crappy music along with the voice acting. I reckon it would be hilarious. Anyway, the murder weapon wasn't a clock; it was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Well, you with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mrs. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock! Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. It doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. You have any problems with his testimony now?
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness' testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh, yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. The air just had that 1 p.m. taste to it.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Faceless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard no. I mean, I saw.
Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you! I saw him! He killed her, and he should burn! Burn! Give him death! Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright?
Your Honor?
You claim the sound of the witness. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact that which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen carefully.
I think it's 8:25. That certainly is strange. Is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to Try to talk your way out of this one. Try to talk your way out of this one.
Forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about now?
While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. It was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all the same. You lawyers are all slime.
Fuck. I almost had him. Yeah, the fucking witnesses, they're obviously fucking guilty. They just fucking break. They're like all innocent, and all of a sudden,
I'm evil,
you know.
He was wearing a toupee.
That's clearly a sign of a murderer. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mrs. Sawit. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box.
Don't waste time doubting the facts. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right, Mr. Wright? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Wait. Maybe I can prove it. I believe it has something to do with this. So, you must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Ba-doop. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset the clock. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Just decided to have fucking... Who knew? He had rabies. Yeah. He should have been checked. Should have been checked before he got in the court. He has fucking rabies. It does go hard. It's a very good OST. It's a very good soundtrack, I should say.
Order! Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
Let's hear Buzzy.
Your Honor, this doesn't explain it all. Where were you during the murder?
Why did he ask it like that? Why did he ask it like that? That was a very weird, very, very weird way to ask. I'm just going to shift that up. Just there we go.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor, Mr. Krabs. Your Honor, Judge Krabs. Yeah, there we go. He probably fucking is. Can you imagine Buzzy as a defense attorney? Or a prosecutor? Just, I don't think... He would win 0 cases and just accuse everyone he sees, even like a random bystander in the fucking a random audience member, whatever you call it. a viewer. I don't know. Anyway. No cases won, but all headliners. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Phew. Phew. I still can't believe we won. Right? Good job in there. Congratulations. 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 Look, that's a reference. I'm pretty sure the penguin doesn't talk. That's a reference to Evangelion. Fuck. That's a series I've not watched since I was like fucking. Since I was like 13, I think. It's 20 years. Fucking holy crap. Well, nearly 20 years. Not 33 yet. Anyway. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad. Larry, you're an idiot. Oh, fucking hell, I'm an idiot. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. She was a what? A harlot? Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Larry? Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts.
Chief, your huge melon knackers make me want to become a better lawyer.
Melon knackers. Your huge menahadonkadoos. Your two big Boba Fetts. That's magnificent, malevolent Milkies. That's one of the best lines I've written, by the way. Magnificent, malevolent Milkies. I'm never going to write a line as good as that again. Wumbo jumbo, lovely jubblies. Anyway. Well, melon knackers would imply testicles. So knockers, you know. Melon knockers. Two gargantuan cosmic Milky Ways. Oh, God. There's... I'm gonna go out on a limb here. She's probably very popular in fan art. I've not looked at very much fan art for like Phoenix Wright. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's probably going to be a lot of fan art. And you know the fan art I'm talking about. Just her on a beach, drinking a martini. That's all. Okay, it's time I stop being an idiot. All right. Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive that you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock.
It's time to chew ass and kick bubble gum.
I'm
and
not
I'm
gonna
all
do-
out of ass.
I'm going to refund it. I'm not going to do Duke. It's just way too much. Way too much for all the characters. Plus, it's a series I actually want to voice the characters properly. I'll refund it for you. Just give me a second. I do apologize. It's because it's like very story based, and it's a series I like. I don't really feel like shit posting with Duke with it. What if you make Wright Duke? What if I make one of the characters Duke? How about that? I don't know who I'm gonna make, which character is gonna be Duke. But I will make a compromise. I will make one of the characters Duke. I'm just trying to think what if I make Detective Gumshoe Duke? I'll make Detective Gumshoe Duke. How about that? Whenever Detective Gumshoe comes on, he'll speak like Duke Nukem. I don't know. We'll see if it works. Okay, we'll see if it works. I'll still refund the money. The money? The money. I'll still refund the points. Just to make it fair. Where is it? It's not popping up. Well, I can refund one that was last month. There we go. Oh, you did it already. Oh, well, you just got 1,000 points back. You got 2,000 points back now. Oh, God. I mean, you don't have to clear them. It's not like a huge deal.
Money, money. Eugene would make a treasure chest as a Krusty Krab 2.0. Ya
Wait,
boy
was it-
69 Beatles is leaving. Drowning Bens scare the living
what?
shit out of me,
What?
and the shit out of me.
Wait, what? What's happening?
Surely this is fine when we tried to go back to the truck until
I
someone
think
opened fired.
I think it's playing all the
Biggie fire until it's the size of the universe.
yeah, I think it's playing all the text to speech like from the last yeah. Don't do it with the text to speech because it's just gonna play them all. It seems. I don't know why, but yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Okay, yeah, I think you might have. I think you might have broke it. Hang on. Better man. Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's not like a huge deal. It's like you can just scroll. I mean, I can see it from my stream manager. Like I can see all the requests. As I said, it's not a huge deal. Yeah, I don't know what causes that whole request queue to do that. So I if it does that, like plays all the text to speech, probably don't worry about that. Anyway, continuing on. Anyway, back to the game. This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Let me re-say that. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Shall we be off? Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Anything for you, babe. Yeah, anything for you, babe. I'll give you little bits of Duke to make up for it. Although I probably owe you, I probably still owe you some Duke time anyway, from memory. But then again, I've already refunded you some money, so you got some points back for that. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the ass. Larry slapped me on the back and said, Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. Fucking hell. This is exactly what happens when I'm, like, recording, my reading for Redwall, by the way. Like, I just... It'll take me a couple of times to get a line right. Yeah. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. Another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. That's the end of the game. Thank you very much for watching. That's all there is. There's no more. A brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Sisters. Excuse me. And of course, always keep at least 2 save slots. For whatever reason. Hello? Hello, this is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely. And it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. I wonder what the original Japanese was. It was probably sushi or something like that. Jelly donuts! Oh, a jelly donut! Ash! Misty! I'm eating a jelly donut! That's not a jelly donut, that's a fucking... It's a fucking rice cake. Whoops. No, it's a jelly donut, see? It's a fucking rice cake. It's a fucking rice cake. The hell's Joey doing here? He's from fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway. Oh, God. Anyway. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you then.
And then we'll hear a line that follows along with, I'll pay you Tuesday for a burger today or something.
Wait, so the guy from Popeye's coming now? And then me. No, anyway, I just grabbed that because I had to move it. Yeah, I bought this fucking thing. Hello, Thadric. Hope you're doing well. Yep, I'll be waiting. Maya. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? You are not conferous of my background. You are not conferous. Coniferous. I think it's cogniferous. I don't think the G is silent. Coniferous. Maybe it's coniferous. Cogniferous. No, I think it's because cognitive, so it would be cogniferous. You are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. The one thing, like, I wish it never showed the face. That's the one thing. Red, white, blue. Cogniferous, yeah. I thought I was right. Coniferous. Coniferous, yeah. It's definitely, because, yeah, cogni. Yeah, anyway. September 5th, 9:08 p.m., Fay & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood. Mia! Maybe she's in her office. I smell blood. That can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia, the chief's okay. Move. That smell. Blood. Sis. Someone's there. Chief! Chief? Chief! Who are you? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying in the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief! It's encrusted with dry blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light. Fucking hell. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards. Broken remains of a glass light stand, broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper? It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya.
Hi, I'm back. Oh my god, Milky Waves is fucking dead, god, no fucking way!
He said no fucking way, not why. Yeah, unfortunately, she dies pretty quickly in this game. Which is unfortunate, because we all do enjoy Mia. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. With letters written in blood on the back. Receipt added to the court record. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. It's painful to look, but I have to for Mia's sake. Okay. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Right, I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Please! Please come quick! Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. But all she used this PC was for email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. That girl just now, where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh, I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? Never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And sis. So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting this late at night? Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. I don't know why. This is just what I thought of, okay? The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Oh wait. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay? Great, just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her name. Fucking hell. The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's youngest sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy. I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m., detention center, visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought... It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard about what? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene.
Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh? Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes?
Shrine maiden.
Like people in religious training? What is it you do?
With a Magatama, by the way. Is this what you call it? Magatama, or is it Makatama? I think it's or maybe it's Megatama. I think it's Magatama.
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training.
A spirit medium?
I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange.
So you're an acolyte, a medium in training.
That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too.
I had no idea. Wait, what? So you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that?
Yes, in training.
Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that would be too easy. Timer is up. Poor Ninja's timer was doing nothing. Was counting down to nothing. Still, Ninja knows exactly the fucking, he remembers all the commands. Me, I'm just a dumbass and go, I don't know what's the command, I don't know what to do. Don't ask me to put in the command, I can't fucking remember them. Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister.
Oh, I just had a good idea. Give me a sec. All right, just responding to something. Anyway,
let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister.
Our defense attorney fueled adventures. Hang on. Our defense attorney adventures will be fueled by Pepsi. That's what I was trying to say. I fucked that up. Anyway.
She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made.
How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it?
Yeah, I forgot how to delete those... Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things.
So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it.
Right. Oh. I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. Conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me?
Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
Does
Thank you
the
so
recording
much.
include patty cake time?
Patty cake? What the fuck? How about just literal patty cake? Not even like that patty cake. No, I mean just a literal patty cake. Excuse me. Anyway, let me say that again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to.
Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. The trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me.
When will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon.
And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Sorry.
I know it must be hard.
No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
That's the Thinker, the clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office?
It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her. My sister.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. All right. Yeah, then I have to move. Grossberg Law Offices. Yeah, that kind of looks like a picture, like an Australian picture, like an Australian artist drew it, but I'm pretty sure that's not what it's supposed to be. Anyway. Alright, September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. Going to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I probably should read it in my Phoenix voice. It could be Africa as well. You're right. But, you know, the Australian outback also looks like that. I guess I'll just have to come back later. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the name wrong. I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Detective Suede Shoes. Detective Gumtree. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Dick. Hey, Dick, over here! Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. Phew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. Now, single blunt force trauma, death was instantaneous. You ask him if he's single. Why do you want to know that? Do you want Daddy Gumshoe to be your sugar daddy? About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Is there such a thing as a gummy dad? What? A gummy dad just sounds like, you know, a gummy bear, but gummy dads. What? What? You know the gummy babies? Or jelly baby? Jelly baby, gummy baby, whatever you want to call it. I guess the dads would be, like, just bearded men. Shirtless, bearded men. The only reason I say that... Right. I'm sorry about that. Just had to respond to something. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth.
That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you?
I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict.
Don't talk about him like that. Don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case.
So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20.
Edgeworth isn't human. He's goddamn perfect.
There's an actual Daddy Gummy. Okay, I gotta find this out. I gotta find this shit out. Fuck, I just wrote Duddy Gummy. Daddy Gummy. Yes, a Duddy Gummy. Why is there a Gummy Daddy family song? What the fuck? Why is that the first thing I fucking search? And that's the thing that pops up. Father Finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? We're gonna make more of these videos. Just shit them out. Fucking, because they always come from the same goddamn country, alright? Big Daddy Gummy. Big Daddy Gummy. Okay. You know what, I don't even think... I'm just gonna quit while I'm ahead. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. I ain't gonna search for this shit. Alright. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Can I... Okay, it's not working. Or is it? No, it's not working. I tried to use the controller, but it just doesn't seem to be registering. That's fine, I can just yeah, I can use this. Need this. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone?
Oh, that. I have that.
Do you think you could give it back?
Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him not so straight. Tell him straight. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me.
Something the matter?
Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. You know, detective.
Nope, I know nothing, pal.
That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets.
You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal, I already checked all the numbers in memory.
Impressive, you're quite the detective.
Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all.
Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Maya. Yeah, this is the same.
Mr. Gumshoe, mind if I asked how you know nothing, despite clearly knowing a murder took place? Something's off about you, detective, and I plan to dig real deep into your pants.
What? Give me a second, just responding. Anyway, right, okay. So, I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. Now, she definitely has some big gohanka-donkey-rongaroos. And she definitely has some big Dohanka Aliva Honoka Honka bonkers. I was trying to make reference to Honoka from Dead or Alive, who also has big mommy milkies. Big mammalian majesty memories. I couldn't fucking. What the fuck? Mammalian majestic memories. But she's not our galactic titans. Anyway. Oh yeah, gotta do a stretch. Oh yeah. Alright. Sorry, just... Here we go. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. April May. Yes, good name. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me. You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. This voice fits him quite well. Because, I mean, Duke Nukem, you know, doesn't exactly sound like the type of man that would be able to recite, you know, the Pythagoras theorem, or, you know, like he would be able to cite Shakespeare. He's not exactly, you know, an academic man. Is he smart? Yeah, you know, he probably is, but I'd say he's about as smart as Gumshoe. Let's put it there. You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. Fuck. You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Oh, goddamn it.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part, the beautiful witness.
She obviously has an OnlyFans where she wears cat bikinis. And sells gamer girl bathwater. Anyway. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Oh, observe? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. You know, that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What'd you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh, boy. Who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No. Hey, I'm just doing my job here.
You know, you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh, boy. Don't you mean Gel?
Ma'am, I am spiritually obligated to tell you I am a man of God, and if you try anything, I can summon a god's wrath to smite you to hell.
Let me repeat myself. Don't you mean Gel? I guess there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television.
Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why didn't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh, boy.
Excuse me, but I'm a witness. Police witness, you understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience, Me, the witness, it's just like in the movies.
The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. Law Offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it'd be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance.
That jail in Devon shit again. I'll be put into a place worse than hell. A crypto bro subreddit.
Oh, no, you don't. Don't you dare. I mean, the only thing worse than a crypto bro subreddit would be a NFT subreddit. We don't talk about those anymore. NIFT. Are they not one and the same? I mean, I don't know. There's probably going to be like a whole war between the two, you know, cryptocurrency, NFT. One sells something that actually kind of makes sense, you know, as an alternative to the stock market. And you can actually make money on it if you're smart enough and have, you know, disposable funds to invest. You know, Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that. Doge if you're a dumbass. And then there's just, you know, JPEGs that you're not supposed to steal, quote unquote, and pictures of other people's art that you now claim as yours and that you can sell it, but then other people can just copy your fucking file, copy the fucking JPEG. Anyway, that's, yeah. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. What's inside, I wonder? Maybe later. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. A simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing eye-catching here. Okay. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. Attorney. Nah, it didn't do anything. I don't even think the value is the pictures themselves. More like the value of owning a picture. If you bought a TV, but just for the receipt showing you bought it. Maybe we can go here now. Oh, if That wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
So, you're the one they say has been looking for me.
Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined.
That badge on your collar. Ah, you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes. Well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed.
Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey.
Yes. Maya Fey. Go on.
Why the strange reaction?
I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How'd you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
They could not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? How'd you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion and never looked back, that one.
That's quite a painting.
Aha, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
Shut the fuck up, gangly boss. What your name is? I'm very busy. I've been there in your presence while trying to find some milk. Mum Smith.
What the fuck did K. Coda just fucking say? He did not say whatever the hell he wrote. At least Buzzy says, well, most of the time anyway, what we wrote, just says it in his own way. I mean, he says it. We can hear him say it, just... And sometimes he says it, he tries to say it, but then he just, strokes out, but,
The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with, of course. Nope, I won't sell it. Not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale. I'm not buying.
Jeez. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. So then one time, Buzzy said, "Not even my soup." Yeah, well, you know, he was having a moment, okay? He was having a moment. We gotta all make sure we, you know, give him some space when he has his dementia moments. Also, I have an idea of why he said "not even my soup," because in the actual audio file that I used, he says "not even my super secret taco recipe or burrito recipe," whatever the fuck I wrote for him to say. I just realized that's why he said "not even my soup." So he was not saying soup as in, you know, soup. No, he was saying super. Not even my soup. But why did he say that? Why did he fucking do that? The vocals well, I think it should still be like on the like in the channel somewhere. I forget where it is. I did post it on the might be in general chat. I don't know. Anyway. Point being. Yeah. Okay. There it is. I found it. It is in general chat. Wanted to check quickly. Alright, back to this. Well... I think now I gotta go here. Hiya.
Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer?
Well... What do I tell her? Well, see... Just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones.
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then.
What about your family?
I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is.
Don't know? So she could still be alive?
The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain.
So, you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it.
Miss Maya, are you sure you're related to Mia? You lack her huge, massive Garduantian mold planetary orbital boobies.
Garduantian. Yeah, Garduantian, yeah. I think Gargantuan. Garguantian, yeah, Gargantuan. Yeah, I believe is what you meant. At least you tried, but it kind of sounds like Buzzy would try to say that anyway, so... Anyway. And you were thinking about her boobs, and you got distracted. I guess you're just into. I mean, I don't think Mia was a MILF, but she could have been. There was potential for her to become a MILF, but unfortunately, she got murdered by some asshole. So we'll have to get our revenge somehow.
Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her. All by herself up on that mountain? So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium? They didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So, what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
4 p.m. Time's up.
4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home?
I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why? Well...
No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there.
A long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you.
Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right. Thank you.
Phew. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? You are innocent, right?
Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So,
what's next?
So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Hey, I got your cell phone back.
Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice?
It was one of those rubber sticks that don't like showing.
Ugh. What do you mean? My fucking money, Danny! Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Well, now what? Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. You came back quick. Might I ask to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. Wright of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap added to the court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. In court. Yes. Okay. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. Duke Gumshoe. My name's Duke Gumshoe. I can't believe I didn't make that joke before. Duke Gumshoe. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe. Please describe for us the details in this murder. Very well, sir. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. Even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record, the murder scene, the Fay and Co. law officers. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fay's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Who'd you... No, hang on. I probably should have read that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Who'd you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue. There were 2 people there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So tell us who the two people you found on the scene. So tell us the two people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You heard you say it. You said it. You said it. You said it. Man, I heard you say it. You said it. You know, when it comes all in succession like that, it's a little bit hard to read, to voice. Anyway, exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. You have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. The judge, as played by Clancy Brown. After securing the subject, I examined the scene of the crime with my own... Fuck, God damn it. I'm stuck in Mr. Krabs mode for some reason. I don't even have a Mr. Krabs mode. Why don't I have Mr. Krabs mode? I'm kidding. After securing the fuck. After securing the subject, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. After securing the subject, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found in the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Nice try. Oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there.
Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies.
This isn't a movie, Detective. This is a video game. Let's talk about reality, shall we?
I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no.
Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister?
Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
Order! Order!
That didn't go so well.
That's right. That's right, what he said.
That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction there somewhere. Let's find it. And did you find any evidence?
No, now don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part.
I get a bad feeling about this. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that?
Of course I do, pal.
Oh, he sounded pretty confident this might not be good. What kind of tests were these again?
What kind? Well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood, the goblins, hobgob, I refuse to testify in this matter, pal. I'm no expert in blood tests. Yes, that is quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir.
Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah?
I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you.
Oh.
That was a mess.
Right, where was I?
I should probably also save because you do get penalized. God damn it. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
No.
The testimony contradicts the evidence.
No.
Fuck. I wonder if that video is still there. There's a great meme and it explains like the entire time of just trying to fucking like get the evidence right for the testimony. I did it a lot because, you know, I don't look at a guide. It's, you know, it's cheating, right? Looking at the guide is cheating. But yeah.
How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related?
They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations.
I don't think that won any points with the judge.
Your Honor, pretty please, can I be correct?
Wait, before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Death was instantaneous. Yeah, there we go. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim might... You say that the victim might... You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying?
What? Now, this isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
But
no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Buzzy is trying his best. He's trying his best to defend the victim, but yeah. defend the defendant.
Order! Defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way.
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a sham. Detective's a sham. You're a sham, Edgeworth. Detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Detective Gumshoe? Was I a fool to trust you in your report?
Me? I wasn't,
Detective Gumshoe? I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that.
I'm sorry, sir.
You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good in your evaluation next month.
What? But...
Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court... the evidence accepts the court... Wait. The court... The court accepts the evidence. The court accepts the evidence.
I'm doing everything wrong. Fuck me, I'm having a stroke. died from a blow by a blunt object, may have lived for a few minutes after being
I'm
hit.
gonna come over there, grab you by your collar, pull you across the desk, and stare deeply at your light-filled eyes as I make out.
I am not going to doubt that people have made fan art of that. Maybe not with Buzzy, but you know who the fuck I mean. I know Edgeworth is a pretty popular character. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next Fuck. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. I did not fucking say that properly. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. So next witness. Its next Worcestershire sauce. Yes. Yes. Okay. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. Next. Can I please say this line? That'd be great. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. And Phoenix and Edgeworth are a popular ship. Yeah, I have no doubt. I have no doubt. The fangirls definitely fangirl over a yaoi ship like Edgeworth and Phoenix. Yeah, it's like Sonic fans. Sonic fans with well, there's a lot of ships with Sonic, I guess. There's a lot of fucking ships. Anyway, let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service. Wink.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd.
Never sink, uncle.
The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Ah, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, why were you on the... Why, William? Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay... And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please God damn it.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy-witsy... Wait.
Oh, hang on. And I heard a noise. He went, oh. Frankly, I seemed better. She's supposed to be wearing a breastplate. I think think it's supposed to be bras. This woman isn't wearing a bra. In fact, I think she's just wearing pajamas.
The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any...
Wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Faye's... Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Faye's Fuck. I understand you were Miss Mia Faye's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know?
Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of the question? What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
It sort of, you know, I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness.
Badgering?
You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed.
Yeah, stop him!
The poor girl.
Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Poor girl. What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey.
Slender? Sort of, well, some people might say pretty if that's your thing.
Your thing? And the person attacking her?
The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. Do you really see that Did you really see that defendant at all?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What did you say to that Miss May? What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Why did they fucking jiggled? They fucking jiggled! They jiggled. They've been jiggling. I know, I just noticed it because I haven't been... It speaks to my loyalty. It speaks to my loyalties. I've been reading this entire time, and I just noticed then. I know I just noticed then. I looked then, but okay. Alright. Shut the fuck up. I'm loyal to Mia. Fuck. Okay.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn. I almost had her. Yeah, her too, I guess. But, you know, we clearly know which one got blessed and which one got justice. If you know the joke I was making there.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statuey clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
How did you know it was... How did she know it was that? Hmm?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
I did see everything. I did.
That's the first attack. Okay, I'm actually gonna press her on that. Is that right as in your right, or you looked from the... Right? Is that right as in your right, as you looked from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand. Right.
Satisfied, Mr. Wright. Please continue.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did.
Where did this weapon come from?
And she picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock. That kind of statuey clock. The thinker, I think.
A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't name them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. And thank you for the hydrate. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. I mean, we definitely need the music to be a little louder. Seriously, this this game and its music. What you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it.
Your Honor, she's too stupid to be able to read a normal clock. How can we expect her to know the time at all?
He said that with, like, such snobbishness. I love it. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Oh!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How'd you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. Of Fay & Company.
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Company, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. What was it again? It was... hang on. She took the clockwork out. Yeah. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Take a look right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May?
What a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask when the clockwork was removed. If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that's exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is my attorney's badge. It is the phone call. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
You have a girly phone.
Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention.
I know, Your Honor, because I did it. I removed the clockwork so no one could hear it in case I needed to use it.
Now he's just indicting himself. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. A good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then?
If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry.
September 5th. September 5th, 9:27 a.m.
Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Which is well before the witness even arrived at her... Fuck. Which is well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that... Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It probably has the memory of you, really. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. Because it was made by Larry Butts. There's only 2 of them.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world.
And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuses not on sale today? Oh, excuses not on sale today? Oh. Oh. She turned into the anime villain.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Wink.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. The proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
I think it's the wiretap we have to... Have a look at this.
That...
I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss Maya Faye's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it was not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... I do have to check. I mean, had to take the clockwork out. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me.
Again? What is it this time?
It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does he seem amused? Does she... amused. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Amused. You know, given I'd said amused and now it's staring at... Yeah, I'm just gonna stop with that one. Before I get bonked. Miss May? Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. Lawyer! You lawyer!
It's no fair. Oh, if you gang up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen a real Miss April May now. That's it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Why the wiretap? Now to deal the final... Now to deal the final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. I just saw them emote the face implosions. What the fuck is that? Oh, God. Right. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Huh. I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say. Way. And I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee. You know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy.
Boy, what the fuck?
Thinking I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to just let her walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretap had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Alright. I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. What are we playing? Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh? Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Court Edition. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Kaiba and Edgeworth are the same character. It's been a long time since I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! All I remember is Joey, okay? I just remember he had the fucking accent. I barely remember the fucking show. It's that long, seriously. I watched it on, well, first I watched it on Cheese TV, which is, you know, that's something, okay, that was a thing in my childhood. I think it was either on, I think it was on Cartoon Network as well. Cheese TV, by the way, was on regular TV, but it was like cartoons and shit, and anime, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, I don't know for how long it ran, but yeah, it's something I remember watching. Actually, hang on, I've not thought about Cheese TV in such a long time. Hang on. Yep. Oh my god. So yeah, if you see like, it's specifically an Australian thing. So yeah, Cheese TV. CHEEZ. So anyway, I'm getting sidetracked because I'm thinking about nostalgic things, I guess. Right. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. He's still carrying the fucking tea tray. With biscuits. I find it funny. He carried it into the fucking court. This dude is dedicated to his job. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Maybe I should make him sound a little bit more, maybe more feminine, eh? I'm the bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Your Honor, I realize...
I'm realizing now I have no idea where I'm going with this idea. I'd like to ask we take a second to let me look up a guide.
It seems like something would actually fucking... that Buzzy would do as a lawyer. Shit. Wash my glasses? No. Wipe my glasses. They're a bit dirty. It's filthy. It's filthy. It's filthy. Okay, there we go.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Miss May's room service. Thing is, I know what happens, but some of you haven't seen this, so I'm not going to say a fucking word. Mind you, we got spoiled at who killed them at the fucking start of this, so, you know, for those just joining, I guess you don't know. And no, the only thing I'll say, it probably wasn't this guy. He is way too dedicated to his work to even think about murder. The only thing he murdered may have been a may have been a cheese puff, but we don't talk about that. That was because he got distracted and he murdered the spinach cheese puff. He didn't mean to murder it. Just he left it in the oven for too long. Okay. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests. I check out guests. I clean rooms. I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim?
Mr. Wright, you refrain from asking frivolous questions.
I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them and I. The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Oh, wait. I saw them, and I... okay, he stared at her tits. Alright. I need to Can I read that again? I saw them, and, yeah. Anyway. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9 o'clock, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m.
Your Honor, the witness is down bad. I ask we ice him so he can cool off and focus on helping me win instead of boobs.
No! Yes to boobs! Yes to boobs! Boobs shall win! Order! We should not be talking about boobs and breasts and cohonkadonkas in my courtroom. Especially you.
Anyway, how can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I think it's something to do with here. There's nothing there. Yeah, it would be nice. Fucking. Yeah, I mean, it's on the statue, but the clock doesn't work. That's already been the evidence. At 9 o'clock on the dot. You sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest sir favored me with, an embarrasser, sir. Embrasser, sir. Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. But a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. It was
Your
a bit
Honor,
tedious.
Please let him.
Let him what? You didn't even finish your sentence. Well, out with it, boy. You're just not gonna say anything, are you? Well, the court is adjourned. We find the defendant guilty of all charges. Anyway, the witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen, can I? Wait, please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of
Fuck.
You cannot swear in this courtroom. I will warn you, if you swear again, I will hold you in contempt of court. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. No, it's already 4 o'clock, holy shit. This is really it. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, all right. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me? What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charms, sir, but even I'd have a little chance. Even I'd have little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite... Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this to your... Why did you not mention this in your test... Fuck. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite, indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool. See, Miles does some very sketchy things. Even though he wants to get to the truth, and he is quite honorable in some regards, he does do some really slimy shit. But, he is a prosecutor. He's supposed to be the, our antagonist, essentially. Anyway. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple, it was... the man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of another... After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. Fuck. Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. There we go. What time is it now? It is 4:06 p.m. I know a lot of you guys, it's a weeknight, and yeah, it is a weeknight for me as well, I guess, but but hey, it's the holidays. What the fuck are you guys doing? You shouldn't be working, you shouldn't be going to school. No, I should probably save soon. It'll go to the next day. That's where I'll save, and we'll continue this either tomorrow or over the weekend. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you are amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis... Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony were all lies. In fact, there's only one part of that. There was only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May testimony. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this would do me at all. I don't know how much good this would do.
Maya, between you and me, I will need the will of God himself to prove your innocence. That Edgeworth guy, he gets in my head when I want him in my pants.
God damn it. Alright. I don't know how much good this would do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. There we go. Well, like I said, this is probably a good stopping point, so... Alright. I'm certainly enjoying voicing the characters, I know that. Yeah. It's just as good as I remember. It is a franchise that, I have held dear to my heart, but it's something I haven't visited in such a long time. So I'm glad we're actually, I'm glad I'm actually going to be streaming it for you guys. Like I said, I do intend to play the entire series because I have it. Well, the entire series that I own, anyway. I do own the Apollo Justice trilogy. Which the one I've played out of that is the Dual Destinies. I think that's what it's called. But I've never played the Miles Edgeworth ones. Is it on Steam? Probably isn't. Hang on. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. There it is. Ace Attorney franchise. Oh, The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I've never played that one, like, ever. That's, like, supposed to be based in Japan or something. But yeah, Ace Attorney Investigations. I think I could probably play that one at some point. I don't own it. Thing is, it is $59.95 Australian dollar-y dues. But yeah, I could play that, like, after I've played the main series. Anyway. The one with Professor Layton. That one, I might have to try to, I do own that one. I do own it. I should mention that. I do own, Professor Layton, I think it's called Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney. I can't remember exactly what it's called. And I played, like, at least I don't know, the first half of the game, or maybe the first quarter of the game, like years ago when I first got it. But yeah, so it's on 3DS. I don't think it's been released. I don't think it's been released on PC. So I'll probably have to, play it on, what's it called? Azahar. which is which is my 3DS, but the one that my uncle who works at Nintendo got me. So yeah, I'll probably have to do it that way. Or if I can try to capture from my 3DS, I can try that. I haven't really looked into it. You can like capture to the 3DS, like you can stream to the 3DS. I don't know if you can stream from the 3DS, meaning like, capture footage from the 3DS to PC. I'll have to, not without modifying it at least. Like, because I know some people, the way they capture 3DS footage is they use like a modified 3DS. But anyway, I'll have to see what's up with that. Anyway. All right, guys. That is it for me. But hey, I hope you enjoyed your time. I certainly did. But I guess for now, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for dropping by, say hello. Whatever you did, thank you very much. You're awesome. Hope you realize that. I'll see you again for the next one. That'll be tomorrow. I was thinking about streaming tonight, but I've got some stuff to do. I gotta edit the I gotta edit the next Redwall recording, so gotta do that. Make sure I can release that sometime in the next couple of days. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks again. I'll see you for the next one. But as always, no matter where in the world, no matter what time it is, stay safe and have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.